Hello, and welcome back to Dishonored, Death of the Outsider. Well, now we know that's exactly what we're gonna be trying to do. For some reason, Daud wants to kill the Outsider. To be fair, he's been manipulated by the Outsider for quite a while, but... Anyways, let's look around our room a little bit and see what... God, we write a lot. Restless Night. I already forgot that F is the one to pick up. I thought I'd sleep easy knowing Daud was safe. I don't know why I'm still so foolish. I can't catch a break for a moment, not even when I sleep. I should know that by now. This one was sharper than the rest. I could feel the blade bite into my skin when the damn guard got me. My right eye felt hollow, an empty hole in my head I couldn't shut, and my right arm ended in a piece of broken bone. I felt it so deep this time. I woke up shaking. It took me a while to catch my breath. I've been having these dreams since I had Emily on the ship. Is this some kind of curse since I confessed to her? It would serve me right, I guess. But how long will this go on? What other dreams may come? I could hear Daud groaning in his sleep in the other room, saying my name. Maybe we're both dreaming our own penance. Okay, last recording session I theorized possible time manipulation, but I'm wondering if it's because she said Emily was on board, but Corvo was on board in my playthrough. So I'm guessing canonically, Emily was the one that saved Corvo, which is fine, and Emily obviously let her live. But since there was two ways you could play, and Billie has her arm right now, I'm wondering if this is different realities. Just a thought. Deadly raid at the Albacar. A raid on the Albacar baths turned deadly as guards fought for their lives against the notorious... They didn't. They were all knocked... You didn't do that thing. The notorious Isla's gang. The Albacar had been under surveillance for weeks after the guard received a tip about unsavory activities there. They rushed in to break up the fighting ring, but ended up in a lethal showdown with vicious gang members instead. It's a proud day. Thanks to the courage and diligence of my guards, Karnaca is a safe place. We removed dangerous villains from the streets and ended their illegal operations, said Captain Leonard Leo, leader of the raid. He reassured reporters that his guards sustained only minor injuries. No Eyeless members survived. That means you slaughtered them while they were unconscious. Good job.
The Grand Guard take down the Eyeless. Ha! Choffers.
Sokolov established the studio. We already read that. Already read that? Anything to say? No? Wait. Oh, I can't read it. Okay. I thought I saw something up there. Travelogue. Forgiven. Wait, no, that's what we did last time. Okay. At last, he's here. On my ship, sleeping on Anton's old cot. How long had he been down in the pit at the Albacar baths? Taunted like a hound until some fool thought they could take him on. They didn't even know who he was. The Eyeless called him the Black Magic Brute. There were more frightening names for him in Dunwall. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this. I didn't know how he'd feel about me after what I did to him years ago. But it's like I never left. Right back in the middle of it, digging into some foul cult, chasing down some mad grudge. But he's older now. Weaker. I need your help, he said, like I'd never refuse. Well, I didn't, did I? The Outsider. Mothers tell tales about the Outsider to children in cradles, filling their nights with fears so they'll behave. For the Abbey, those stories never stop. Every sermon, every stricture, every damn piece of their litany is about the dangers of letting the outsider into your head. And now Daud wants to kill him. No more stories, no more warnings, no more terrible people fighting over promises from the void. I don't know how Daud got marked by the outsider. I don't know what he had to do or what he was like before he had his magic. But I remember the kind of man it made him and what he did with that power. So maybe he's right. I mean, to be fair, he used that power the way he saw fit, as well as Billie here. And they did some horrible things, but then they also did some good things. So it's less about the outsider making people do things, but it's just the temptation, the power that's there. Alright, The Lonely Rat Boy and Other Tales. Did I read this last time? I don't think I did. He had walked for hours, limping unsteadily, crossing the city as he avoided those who prowled the streets at night. He had found himself in an unknown part of Dunwall, his little rat nestled against his neck, one spot of warmth in the cold. A gentle sound beckoned him down an alleyway. He hesitated, then followed. The walls were slick with rainwater, the sound glancing off its stones like an echoing throat. At the end of the path rose a twisted construction of wood and wire. A piece of carved and polished bone hummed within. The boy heard a voice, like the voice of the waves, cold and timeless. A shadow rose up, a radiant darkness that defied all sight. A young man who wandered lonely places, the outsider himself. When the flesh of the boy's left hand itched and smoldered, he did not look away. When the vision vanished, the outsider mark remained. The night the boy climbed to the highest of Dunwall's jagged roofs and looked over the city. The towers and gables undulated under his eyes, like a grand and shifting ocean. He saw all the lives that teemed beneath, and was not afraid. That seems to be what the outsider normally does, is he gives power to those that have been preyed upon in order to see how they'll react. And as we've seen in many, many cases just in these games, it's 50-50. I know he enjoys watching all the carnage. I don't think he really has a stake in it. And he very well might hate us. But he doesn't make us do these things. Hi, how are you doing? I remember stealing that painting. Oh, hi. Hi, Daud.
What
Looking
happened
old.
to you? The outsider did this. What did he say?
I've had bad dreams for a while now, and he was never there. But I feel good. Strong, like all those years ago when we ran together. He didn't offer me his mark.
No.
Just said some cryptic shit, and left me with this.
I never knew what the black-eyed bastard wanted. Be careful. The outsider's gifts come with a price. You won't know until it's already been paid.
I didn't have much choice.
Neither do I. My connection to the void is fading. We've got to act soon, before it takes me forever.
You found a way to do it. To kill the outsider. How?
I spent years looking for an answer. I searched the Isles, tracked down a dozen crazy cults. But there's more to the Eyeless. They've got a relic, the knife that made the outsider. Thousands of years ago. It's here, in Karnaca.
A knife.
The outsider was human.
So you want me to steal it?
Soon. First, we need to find out who leads the Eyeless, and where they keep that knife. They're powerful people, wealthy or noble or both. I don't know their names, but they all have an esoteric tattoo that sets them apart. Those low-ranking thugs at the boxing club talked about getting inked in the Red Camellia in the Upper Syria district.
I'll go there and see what I can find. Try to rest out.
I couldn't do this on my own anymore, Billy. Thank you.
He's so much more humble now. But to be fair, he was starting to be humble when we were playing him in the last DLC. So...
Be careful of your arm and eye. You can't know what the outsider wants with you. And he's always watching.
Yes, that's what he does. Alright, let's see here. What do I have? Let's put that away. I do have powers now. Can I look at them just by... Oh, there we go. That's much better. Semblance. You steal someone's identity. Leave them unconscious and fooling their allies. Seems interesting. And again, we still have... Oh, that's just rat whispers, okay. And my silver eye. A fragment from an ancient void entity, enabling Billy to see things that were hidden to her before. We're going to try to use as little powers as possible, but the game might not let us. Black Shard Arm. A strange gift from the outsider. Drawing and replenishing its power from the void itself. Is that a conduit from the outsider? Is he trying to escape the void? Because we knew last time that he's scared. He is scared that he'll get snuffed out. I don't know. Displace. Just jump in between places, okay? That's blink, basically. Foresight, stop time and explore in spirit form. That's kind of cool. And of course, rat whispers, which we already use. Cool. Alright, let's look at this.
Those tattoos the eyeless get all come from the Red Camellia. I need to take a look at their client list.
Weren't they talking about how some tattoos gave them powers? I don't remember. Maybe they were talking about something else. Eyeless remain eyesore for our city. 2 raids by the Grand Guard occurred last night, resulting in a few arrests as investigation continues in the activities of the gang known as the Eyeless. Did I read this already? Yeah, I already read this. This was the raid on the dockyard.
It's been a long time since those days.
Where did you find that? I haven't seen that face in years.
They sprung up everywhere a few months after I left Dunwall.
And you kept it all this time.
She's sentimental like that.
I'd be more careful of nostalgia if I were you.
He's so different, but it makes sense that he's acting like this. He's much looser since he started doing the right thing. I guess that's the freeness of the spirit. Once you stop being an asshole. Going east. Thanks for loaning us the skiff. We'll follow the coast east to slip past the port guards. Ruse says the Aristos are grasping for wind-down caviar, so that's our cargo. We'll be back next week. I'll stow the boat at the waterlock in Upper Siren District, like we talked about. Don't worry, I'll take good care of it. I know a sturdy skiff's worth its weight in coin these days. Marlon.
All our lives, the Abbey of the Everyman tells us to hate him.
For once, they're right.
So are we working for the Abbey now?
They'd kill us as soon as him if they had the chance. No.
Yeah.
The Abbey doesn't want our help. And we don't need it.
Yeah, we don't need their help because they're blinded by what the fuck?
That's not possible. My arm, my eye. It's just like the dreams.
That was a real painting before. So the way that it's acting, I'm wondering if these are like 2 different realities.
She can see it all. The void breaking and spreading through all the cracks.
It's the void. The void's breaking through and causing rips in reality? Oh, well, fuck. We're gonna have to make a choice of whether to kill the outsider or not. If we kill the outsider, is that gonna make more rips? Because that would be bad.